Welcome to our channel, where we uncover shocking mysteries, never-before-told stories, and hidden secrets about Hollywood legends. Gene Hackman, an iconic actor with a life full of intrigue. But what the FBI recently discovered in his mansion will leave you stunned. This revelation could change everything we thought we knew about him. What secrets have been hidden? What truth is waiting to be revealed? Stay tuned as we dive deep into the untold stories of Gene Hackman and other legendary stars. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our exclusive and hottest videos. A tragic legacy, Gene Hackman's estate, and unrevealed secrets. The passing of Gene Hackman not only closed a magnificent chapter in the history of cinema, but also opened up tragic stories surrounding the vast fortune he left behind. Valued at over $80 million, Hackman's estate consists not only of cash, stocks, luxurious villas, and multi-million-dollar artwork, but also harbors dark secrets, unsent letters, and late-night phone calls whose contents remain unknown. What transpired in his final years? Why did such a colossal fortune fail to bring happiness, instead leaving behind betrayal, fear, and buried dreams? Hackman was known for his privacy, but that doesn't mean his life was without shadows. His properties, from a luxurious villa in Santa Fe to expensive beachfront homes, were not only vacation retreats, but also sites that witnessed stories never publicly disclosed. A close friend of Hackman revealed that during a visit to his villa, they noticed a locked room that even his wife, Betsy Arakawa, was not permitted to enter. What secrets lie behind that door? Was it merely a personal collection? Or did it contain documents and evidence of a past he wished to keep hidden? After Hackman passed away, dozens of letters were discovered in an old box that he had never sent. The content was filled with apologies, reflections on loneliness, and secrets he had never disclosed to anyone. Some letters were addressed to old friends in the film industry, while others were meant for his 3 children, who had a strained relationship with him after his divorce from Faye Maltese. Additionally, phone bills showed that Hackman frequently received calls in the early morning hours, but no one knew who was on the other end. Were these calls related to things he had kept hidden for years, or simply an old friend wanting to talk in the night? Despite Hackman's impressive fortune, disputes erupted swiftly following his death. Those close to him, including his wife Betsy Arakawa and his children, reportedly had their own agendas. A source from the media revealed that conflicts had quietly emerged among family members about who would be the principal heir. These tensions were not only about money, but also feelings of betrayal, secrets about unknown investments, and undisclosed assets. In addition to his luxurious properties, Hackman possessed a multi-million-dollar art collection, featuring works from renowned artists. However, some reports suggest that not all of these paintings have transparent origins. Several experts in the art industry raised questions about the legality of some pieces in his collection. Did Hackman inadvertently purchase stolen works, or was he involved in a mysterious investment scheme unbeknownst to anyone? If these paintings were indeed linked to an art scandal, it could tarnish his reputation even posthumously. With such a vast fortune left behind, one might assume Hackman's family would enjoy a life of luxury. But the reality was quite the opposite. Anxiety, fear, and a sense of insecurity engulfed his loved ones. Rumors circulated that some family members were concerned about the secrets Hackman kept, with some even hiring lawyers to investigate his mysterious investments and bank accounts. Meanwhile, Hackman's loyal fans began to question, was he truly the person they had admired? Or were there undisclosed secrets lurking beneath the surface? Gene Hackman's life may have ended, But the mysteries surrounding his estate continue to linger. Will the family manage to maintain peace, or will they plunge into an endless battle? The unsent letters, mysterious calls, and controversial million-dollar paintings all contribute to a legacy not only of wealth, but also filled with tragedy and enigma. Ultimately, the biggest question remains unanswered. Who was Gene Hackman, really? What do you think about the mysteries surrounding Gene Hackman's estate? Can his family find peace, or will they sink deeper into disputes? Please leave your comments below, and don't forget to like and share to spread the word about this story. The massive fortune of Gene Hackman, a legacy or a burden for his family? The passing of Hollywood legend. Gene Hackman not only left fans mourning, but also sparked controversies surrounding his colossal estate, valued at over $80 million. Sadly, instead of providing comfort to his family, this fortune has become a catalyst for tension and disputes. Will the legacy that Hackman left behind be a source of pride, or merely lead to fractures and endless legal battles? Gene Hackman was not just a talented actor. He was an icon of global cinema. He made a mark with classic films such as The French Connection, Superman, Unforgiven, and The Royal Tenenbaums. Throughout his career, which spanned more than half a century, he garnered numerous prestigious awards, including 2 Academy Awards and 4 Golden Globes. However, behind the Hollywood spotlight, Hackman led a relatively private life. He was previously married to Faye Maltese for 30 years, who bore him 3 children. After their divorce in 1986, he married Betsy Arakawa, his second wife, and lived a reclusive life in New Mexico for many of his later years. Although he stepped away from Hollywood in 2004, Hackman remained one of the most beloved actors in film history. Therefore, when news of his death broke, both his family and the public were shocked and saddened. Yet, what surprised many even more than his passing were the ramifications concerning the enormous estate he left behind. Gene Hackman accumulated an astonishing fortune throughout his career. According to media reports, his assets include real estate, stocks, financial investments, film royalties, and bank accounts. Hackman owned several high-value properties, including a luxurious villa in Santa Fe, New Mexico, worth over $3.8 million. He also invested in various properties in California and Florida, contributing to his impressive net worth. A significant portion of Hackman's wealth came from his investments in stocks, trusts, and undisclosed investment accounts. With dozens of blockbuster films, Hackman continued to receive profits from royalty contracts, ensuring his wealth grew even after his retirement. His cash reserves are estimated to be in the tens of millions, including savings, retirement funds, and life insurance. However, despite his massive fortune, he had not made clear preparations regarding the distribution of his assets, leading to potential disputes within the family. Gene Hackman passed away at the age of 94 in his home, alongside his wife Betsy Arakawa and their pet dog. The cause of death was initially attributed to old age, but many questioned the circumstances surrounding his demise. According to police reports, there were no signs of foul play or intrusion, but some fans and experts suggested there were still many mysteries yet to be unveiled. Was his death simply a natural one, or were there other factors that the family had not disclosed? Before they could fully process this loss, the Hackman family faced an even greater challenge: the battle over his estate. The death of Gene Hackman has sparked conflicts within his family. His 3 children from his first marriage to Faye Maltese are reportedly not close with their stepmother, Betsy Arakawa. Meanwhile, some sources suggest that Arakawa could be Hackman's primary heir, which has displeased his children. If Hackman did not leave a clear will, the legal battle could drag on for years. Legal disputes over estates in Hollywood are not uncommon. Previously, many big stars like Prince, Aretha Franklin, and James Brown have faced protracted battles over their legacies after passing. Will Gene Hackman avoid a similar fate? The story of Gene Hackman serves as a cautionary tale for many regarding the importance of financial planning. Without prior preparation, massive fortunes can become burdens rather than sources of pride. Many Hollywood stars have witnessed their families torn apart by financial issues after their deaths. Michael Jackson, Robin Williams, and Chadwick Boseman are notable examples. In contrast, those with clear plans like Paul Newman and David Bowie managed to avoid unnecessary disputes. Currently, the Hackman family has not provided official information on how the estate will be divided. However, several scenarios could unfold. If Hackman wrote a will outlining his heirs clearly, matters might proceed more smoothly, though disputes could still arise. If no will exists, the court will decide how to distribute the estate based on the law, and the family may find themselves embroiled in a lengthy legal battle. Regardless of the outcome, Gene Hackman's legacy will continue to endure in the hearts of the public. He not only left behind material wealth, but also a treasure trove of cinematic history. What do you think about this story? Can the Hackman family navigate the storm to preserve his legacy? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and share to spread the story of legend Gene Hackman. A tragic legacy, Gene Hackman's estate, and unrevealed secrets. The passing of Gene Hackman not only closed a magnificent chapter in the history of cinema, but also opened up tragic stories surrounding the vast fortune he left behind. Valued at over $80 million, Hackman's estate consists not only of cash, stocks, luxurious villas, and multi-million-dollar artwork, but also harbors dark secrets, unsent letters, and late-night phone calls whose contents remain unknown. What transpired in his final years? Why did such a colossal fortune fail to bring happiness, instead leaving behind betrayal, fear, and buried dreams? Hackman was known for his privacy, but that doesn't mean his life was without shadows. His properties, from a luxurious villa in Santa Fe to expensive beachfront homes, were not only vacation retreats, but also sites that witnessed stories never publicly disclosed. A close friend of Hackman revealed that during a visit to his villa, they noticed a locked room that even his wife, Betsy Arakawa, was not permitted to enter. What secrets lie behind that door? Was it merely a personal collection? Or did it contain documents and evidence of a past he wished to keep hidden? After Hackman passed away, dozens of letters were discovered in an old box that he had never sent. The content was filled with apologies, reflections on loneliness, and secrets he had never disclosed to anyone. Some letters were addressed to old friends in the film industry, while others were meant for his 3 children, who had a strained relationship with him after his divorce from Faye Maltese. Additionally, phone bills showed that Hackman frequently received calls in the early morning hours, but no one knew who was on the other end. Were these calls related to things he had kept hidden for years, or simply an old friend wanting to talk in the night? Despite Hackman's impressive fortune, disputes erupted swiftly following his death. Those close to him, including his wife Betsy Arakawa and his children, reportedly had their own agendas. A source from the media revealed that conflicts had quietly emerged among family members about who would be the principal heir. These tensions were not only about money, but also feelings of betrayal, secrets about unknown investments, and undisclosed assets. In addition to his luxurious properties, Hackman possessed a multi-million-dollar art collection, featuring works from renowned artists. However, Some reports suggest that not all of these paintings have transparent origins. Several experts in the art industry raised questions about the legality of some pieces in his collection. Did Hackman inadvertently purchase stolen works, or was he involved in a mysterious investment scheme unbeknownst to anyone? If these paintings were indeed linked to an art scandal, it could tarnish his reputation even posthumously. With such a vast fortune left behind, one might assume Hackman's family would enjoy a life of luxury, but the reality was quite the opposite. Anxiety, fear, and a sense of insecurity engulfed his loved ones. Rumors circulated that some family members were concerned about the secrets Hackman kept, with some even hiring lawyers to investigate his mysterious investments and bank accounts. Meanwhile, Hackman's loyal fans began to question, was he truly the person they had admired, or were there undisclosed secrets lurking beneath the surface? Gene Hackman's life may have ended, but the mysteries surrounding his estate continue to linger. Will the family manage to maintain peace, or will they plunge into an endless battle? The unsent letters, mysterious calls, and controversial million-dollar paintings all contribute to a legacy not only of wealth, but also filled with tragedy and enigma. Ultimately, the biggest question remains unanswered. Who was Gene Hackman, really? What do you think about the mysteries surrounding Gene Hackman's estate? Can his family find peace, or will they sink deeper into disputes? Please leave your comments below, and don't forget to like and share to spread the word about this story. The Financial Secrets of Gene Hackman, a legacy of power or a burden for his family? Not only a Hollywood legend, but Gene Hackman was also notoriously private about his finances. Throughout his decades-long career, despite amassing a vast fortune, he rarely spoke about money management or his plans for leaving an inheritance to his family. However, after his passing, the mysterious financial documents Hackman left behind left his family shocked, confused, and heartbroken. One of the most startling discoveries was a highly confidential financial document Hackman had established in the 1990s. No one knew exactly how it worked, where the money inside came from, and, most importantly, the true purpose of it all. Even his closest attorneys couldn't explain the details of how Hackman built and maintained this financial system. Everything was shrouded in layers of secrecy, as if he never wanted anyone to touch it. Among the documents found, Hackman's family discovered a handwritten letter from him, in which he stated that this financial system was not created to protect or preserve wealth, but to control it. This revelation deeply hurt his family. They couldn't understand why Hackman chose to keep everything hidden instead of sharing it with his loved ones. Why did he feel the need to control things even after he was gone? This question left his loved ones feeling heartbroken, angry, and betrayed. The secret investment accounts, undisclosed funds, and unclear financial transactions plunged Hackman's children into a prolonged legal battle. Would this money be used legally? Was it a legacy Hackman left for his family, or part of something larger that they would never know about? Ongoing disputes arose, not only among family members but also with attorneys and financial experts. Hackman's financial secrets left a bitter lesson. Money can be both a gift and a curse. A legacy valued at over $80 million was supposed to ensure wealth and stability for his family, but instead it brought pain, division, and unanswered questions. What do you think about Hackman's decision? Did he do the right thing by keeping his financial matters secret, or did he unwittingly thrust his family into a cycle of tension? Share your thoughts in the comments. Like and share if you find this story thought-provoking. The strained relationship between Gene Hackman and his family. Can money replace love? Gene Hackman, a Hollywood legend with a stellar career, lived a life filled with success, but behind the glitz and glamour, his personal life was far from perfect. His 3 children from his first marriage to Fay Maltz should have been his pride and joy, a bond that held the family together. But unfortunately, Hackman's relationship with his children was never truly strong. While he provided for them financially, the one thing they truly longed for was something money couldn't buy. During his younger years, Hackman prioritized his career above all else. He threw himself into his work, spending countless hours on film sets, moving from one project to another, and rarely being present for key family moments. Holidays, birthdays, and important milestones in his children's lives came and went, without him. Hackman was not an unkind father, but he was absent. His way of compensating for that absence was through gifts, money, and material comforts. But could an expensive present ever replace a warm hug, words of encouragement, or the simple presence of a father? As the years passed, the distance between Hackman and his children only grew. Despite providing financial security, the emotional connection was missing. His children gradually became distant, no longer sharing their joys or struggles with him. By the time Hackman reached old age, it seemed he had come to recognize his past mistakes. But it was too late to turn back the clock. Attempts to reconnect were met with awkward conversations, unanswered messages, and a silence that formed an invisible wall between him and his family. What makes this story even more heartbreaking is that despite his immense wealth, Hackman never truly had a loving home. In his final years, he lived in solitude in Santa Fe, without family dinners or the laughter of grandchildren. Money could buy houses and luxury cars, but it couldn't buy genuine connections. It is said that, as Hackman sat in his grand home, looking out at the quiet streets of Santa Fe, he may have asked himself, "Was it all worth it? If I could do it all over again, would I choose differently?" Even after his passing, the strained family dynamics did not fade. The $80 million fortune he left behind didn't bring his loved ones closer. It only led to legal battles and deeper divisions. His children reportedly fought over inheritance, arguing about who deserved what, about unfulfilled promises, and about a father who had always provided but had never truly been there. What should have been his legacy instead became a burden. Was this the price Hackman paid for putting his career before his family? Gene Hackman's story is not just about a Hollywood legend. It is a lesson about family and priorities. It raises important questions. Is a career worth sacrificing family for? Can money ever truly replace love? And when we grow old, what will really matter in the end? What do you think about Gene Hackman's story? Can a father make up for lost time with financial support alone? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Like and share if you found this story thought-provoking. Gene Hackman's Retreat from Hollywood: A Journey to Solitude and Peace. In 2004, Gene Hackman shocked Hollywood by announcing his complete retirement after his final role in Welcome to Mooseport. Unlike many veteran actors who continue acting well into old age, Hackman chose to vanish entirely from the cinematic world he once dominated. There was no grand press conference, no official farewell. He simply walked away, leaving behind a legendary career marked by 2 Academy Awards and a long list of iconic films. Fans couldn't help but wonder, why would a legend like Hackman step away from the spotlight when he was still in high demand? Perhaps the answer lies in the very life he had lived for decades. Hollywood gave Hackman fame, fortune, and the admiration of millions. But in return, it took away his privacy, his peace, and even his most cherished family relationships. He had spent his life under dazzling lights, but deep down, he longed for something simpler, something quieter. a life free from noise, flashing cameras, and endless film contracts. After leaving Hollywood, Hackman chose Santa Fe, New Mexico, as his retreat. Instead of buying a lavish mansion or settling in an elite neighborhood, he sought out a tranquil place, surrounded by nature, where no one cared whether he had once been a movie star. He spent his time indulging in simple pleasures he never had the chance to enjoy before: writing books, cycling, and painting. He became an entirely different person. Not Gene Hackman, the Hollywood icon, but just an ordinary old man relishing his final years on his own terms. Despite stepping away, Hackman's name remains revered in the film industry. But what stands out is that he never once looked back. He never appeared at honorary award ceremonies, never accepted offers from top directors, and never made a cameo in films crafted specifically for his return. He chose to disappear completely, as if Hollywood had never truly been a part of him. When asked whether he regretted his decision, Hackman simply responded, "I've done everything I needed to do. Now, it's time to live for myself." However, his retreat also left a void in the hearts of his fans. They wonder, does he ever feel lonely? Does he ever miss the Hollywood spotlight? Does he regret not saying a proper farewell? But perhaps, for Hackman, none of that matters anymore. After decades of devotion, he deserves his years of tranquility. No longer pursued, no longer living up to anyone's expectations. Gene Hackman's story is not just that of a great actor, but also a lesson in letting go. When you've reached the top, do you have the courage to walk away? When you have everything, are you willing to give it up for peace? What do you think about Gene Hackman's decision? If you were in his shoes, would you leave behind a legendary career for solitude? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Like and share if you admire his choice. Discovering Gene Hackman's hidden fortune, the terrifying secret. After his death. When Gene Hackman left this world, he didn't just leave behind sorrow and memories for his family. He also left a massive financial secret they never knew existed. After his passing, his family began uncovering the hidden fortune Hackman had quietly built over the years. Shock, confusion, and disbelief crept into every family member, as they realized their father was not only a legendary actor, but also a masterful investor. The total wealth his family discovered exceeded $80 million, including millions in financial assets, stocks, and numerous offshore investment accounts. However, what shocked them the most wasn't just the amount of money, but the sheer complexity of how Hackman had structured his financial network. There were no clear traces left behind. Everything was buried under intricate layers of secrecy, making it nearly impossible for even financial experts to track the origins and purpose of these assets. In the days following his death, the Hackman family found themselves in utter chaos. They weren't just searching for the money. They were trying to decipher the mysteries surrounding it. His children, who had never been particularly close to him, suddenly felt like they were part of an unfolding thriller. Secret documents, unsent letters, and cryptic phone records gradually surfaced, adding even more tension to the already fragile family dynamics. But the biggest question remained: why did Hackman hide this enormous fortune? In a letter that was eventually found, he wrote that he didn't want to leave behind a simple financial inheritance. He wanted his family to discover the true value of life on their own. Rather than creating an easy life for his children, he wanted them to learn independence and self-reliance. This revelation only deepened the pain and disappointment for his family, as they struggled to understand why their father went to such great lengths to keep this a secret. Although the wealth could provide financial security, it also became a massive burden. The family now faced an overwhelming dilemma. How should they handle these assets fairly and responsibly. Who would take charge? Disputes and disagreements among family members escalated, further straining their relationships. In the end, Gene Hackman's hidden fortune wasn't just about money. It became a journey of self-discovery for his family. Would this fortune ultimately bring them closer together, or would it drive them further apart? What do you think about Hackman's decision regarding his wealth? Share your thoughts in the comments. Like and share if you found this story fascinating. Gene Hackman's shocking will. Legacy or curse? When Gene Hackman's will was revealed, his family could hardly hide their tension and anxiety. They were left wondering what their talented yet enigmatic father would leave behind. Would this be a substantial legacy that allowed them to enjoy a life of luxury, or a burden filled with strict conditions? As the lawyer read each clause, the room fell silent. No one expected that Hackman had meticulously planned everything long ago, even controlling his family's future after his passing. One of the most shocking provisions was Hackman's absolute prohibition against his family using his name to make money. No one was allowed to write memoirs, produce documentaries, or share personal stories about him. This contentious condition sparked debate, as many believed Hackman deserved to have his story told. However, he chose to prevent that from happening. His family felt disappointed and controlled, realizing that even in death, Hackman wanted to keep his life a secret. While the assets Hackman left behind were enormous, inheriting them was not straightforward. He didn't simply divide his wealth as one might expect. Instead, he established a series of stringent conditions. Certain investment accounts and real estate would only be released once family members fulfilled his requirements, such as maintaining a scandal-free life, not relying on his name for wealth, and making specific contributions to society. This pressure made the heirs feel burdened and even unfairly treated, as they were forced to adhere to the rules set by Hackman, even after he was gone. The will not only addressed finances but also unveiled long-standing family rifts. In a separate letter accompanying the will, Hackman acknowledged that he was not a perfect father. He felt he had failed to connect with his children and wanted to use his wealth as a final way to challenge and control them. This revelation left many family members feeling deeply hurt. They questioned whether this was Hackman's way of expressing love, or merely a subtle form of punishment for past conflicts. However, Hackman's will did not just incite controversy. It also raised significant questions about the true value of money and legacy. Did he intend to test his family's resilience, or did he simply not want them to depend on the money he left behind? While some family members accepted the conditions and sought to adapt, others felt dissatisfied and wished to contest the will in court. The simmering legal battle could stretch on for years, and the Hackman family stood at a pivotal crossroads. Ultimately, this will was not just a legal document. It painted a complex portrait of Gene Hackman, a cinematic legend, a distant father, and a man who sought to control everything even after death. Were his decisions truly justified? Would his family embrace this legacy as a lesson, or would it become a bitter curse? What are your thoughts on how Gene Hackman left his estate? Share your... Thank you for taking the time to watch today's video. We're always working hard to bring you the most fascinating stories, shocking secrets, and hidden truths about Hollywood legends. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to hit like, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an exclusive update. Share your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe what's happening? Do you think there are still more secrets waiting to be uncovered? We'd love to hear from you. Once again, thank you for being with us. See you in the next video.